Greetings fellow humans, I'm MartianBuu, and today's Pocket video is on Misty's Water Box. Energy acceleration is pretty hard to come by in Pokemon Pocket right now. Very few types have access to good versions of it, but Water has Misty, which is a supporter card that lets you choose one of your water Pokemon and flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, you can attach a water energy from your energy zone to that Pokemon. While it can be unfortunate when you get a tails on your first flip, getting any amount of heads puts you ahead of your opponent in most situations. Also, unlike some other gym leader supporter cards that manipulate energy, Misty doesn't restrict which Pokemon you can attach the energy to based on its name. It just has to be water. So the rest of the deck is just figuring out what are the best water attackers. Articuno EX is used in almost every version of this deck. Its high HP and versatile attacks allow you to take advantage of Misty even if you get one heads, but allows you to high roll even harder if you get multiple heads. Starmie is a great secondary attacker for a couple of reasons. It has high HP still for a stage 1, it does a lot of damage for only 2 energy, and it has free retreat cost, allowing it to take a hit and then come back to the bench while another attacker fills in. I've had a lot of fun with a lot of Pokemon Pocket decks, but so far this one is my favorite. And the reason is I feel like I have more control over whether I win or lose the game. Maybe that doesn't make a lot of sense at first because Misty can be so high rolly, but your access to Misty gives you a lot of comeback potential that other decks just don't have. Also, one of your best attackers having free retreat cost lets you leverage your bench slots in a much more meaningful way than most other decks can right now. This is both a very good deck and a very fun deck, and I highly recommend it to people who are looking to work towards one thing. I hope you enjoy the games, and thank you so much for watching. Wow, nice to meet me. And going second, that's cool. Starting with Staryu. And there's Froakie. I see this Froakie a lot. Like, it's for the Greninja, I assume, in a mirror match deck. Oh, no, I take it back. That's a Tentacruel. Anyways, I see the Greninja line used in a deck like this a lot, and see how lucky we get. We got 3 heads, we're in business. Oh, and stupid. I guess we win. But anyways, I see the Froakie and the see the Froakie in these type of decks a lot, like the ones I'm playing, where it's Articuno and Starmie and Misty is the whole point of it. And it's nice because when you get the Greninja out, it lets you deal 20 damage to things in such a way that it makes the bench damage on Blizzard matter more. But I almost never see them actually get to the Greninja part. They'll get to like the second stage and then it'll just sit there, or it'll just be a Froakie the whole time. So it just feels very inconsistent, like high upside, but like, you know, pretty consistent downside, I think. What are the modes of this game? Is there a ladder? There is not. There's 2 modes right now. They're really good. They're beginner and TCG player. Those are your 2 modes. Those are your options. So it's like honor system. So if you want to play against a bunch of noobs, you can just click beginner and you're fine. But unless, you know, you get against a bunch of other people who are doing the same thing. But yeah, there's no ranked yet. There's supposed to be ranked at some point, but it's like 8 to 10 months or something like that. Lapras bad. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but like it seems like, I don't know, it feels like it would be a low roll unless I get a lot of heads on Misty. So that's why I haven't tried it yet. I also don't have 2, so I can't try like a Lapras version. Okay. So I guess what I'm gonna do is Misty this Articuno, and if I get 3 heads, it's gonna be very funny for my opponent. My opponent's gonna be like, wow, look at all the skill. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, oh, they should have played around it, right? Like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault my opponent didn't play around me getting 3 energy on my Pokemon for no reason. You know? Ooh. What The dev that claimed it was 8 to 10 months away was a fraud in Jeff Hoogland's chat? Oh, nice. So it's sooner than 8 to 10 months? Like we can expect it kind of soon? %12.5% chance to just win. And it's just a skill difference, honestly. Like I play it, I win. Why shouldn't I? All right. No one else could have gotten 3 heads there. Low-key, I'm not super motivated to play a game like this if I'm not progressing towards anything. Oh no, I totally agree. I think I totally agree that the lack of a ranked mode is a big negative for this. So if they're going to be faster than the 8 to 10 months that I'd heard already, awesome. There are large periods that I don't play during a day because there isn't a ranked. Like I'll have opened my packs and I won't have, like, in order to advance a level to open more packs, you have to play a lot of games, which would be cool if there was a ranked, but like it's not like you're getting a little bit of currency every time you do stuff, right? So yeah, there's a bit of lack of motivation to queue up because there isn't a ranking to chase. So yeah, I don't know when to expect it, but the 8 to 10 months claim is complete fabrication. All we know is ranked is coming. Word. Word. All right, so opponent used a cheating healing card, and I don't appreciate that. So I'm gonna get this Articuno out of there so it doesn't die to a heads flip on Executor. And it can just be friends with my Starmie. Boop. Ba -ba -da -ba -ba. Wow. I think I have 2 Executor. I think I have 2. One of them's like a special art. I don't know if it's because I'm a nostalgist, but like I like these regular arts a lot more than the special arts for the EXs in this game. Even the regular arts, I think the one special art where I like actually want to use it in the game is the Bulbasaur. But like I like to see the frame, you know, like I like to see the card template. I don't like to see the big overarching art, I guess. So the most basic extended art for EXs is the one that I like the most. So like I kind of like the Executor that I have because that's the type of extended art that it is. But oh, they have the Victory Bell. But this doesn't help them, right? Oh, it does. I've only taken 1 point. I see. Well, I gotta be Marshy. I should have played the ball first. I'm stupid. Order law. But the Victory Bell, when it's active, you get to pull one of your opponent's Pokemon off the bench, and it's your choice, not like Sabrina where the opponent gets to pick. I haven't encountered it yet, but no! That was supposed to be a retreat. All right, now I might actually lose. It's only basic Pokemon? I didn't even read that. Well, that seems plenty. But yes, I guess if I potion, I'll be safe. Then misclick the Staryu. Do I finally have Misty? I do. I do finally have Misty. I also finally misclicked my Staryu attack. I'm really upset about it. Oh, the Staryu gets to live? Hey, good job, Staryu. I'm so proud of you. All right. So, do I want to use this Sabrina? Yeah, let me fix this Articuno. And I'm going to retreat this for probably Starmie. Just Articuno's dead on a coin flip, right? Maybe I'll Sabrina and see what they do. They send up Weeping Bell, I'll send up Starmie, and maybe I'm just sending up Starmie no matter what. I don't know. Happens to the best of us. Thank you. Alien fingers be chubby. Yeah, pretty true. Okay, so now my bench is suddenly safe. That's great. I think that's just great. That makes me want to play my other Articuno down, because now they have to Sabrina me, and I don't want to have to send up one of those other two. So I'll do that. I'll start powering up this thing, and we'll take our Weeping Bell knockout. The water deck is more fun than I think a lot of the other ones in this game, specifically because you have so much more mobility than a lot of the other ones. Like you have a good attacker with Starmie EX that has free retreat costs, so you're able to do a little bit more, like send something out, attack with it a little bit, and then it survives an attack and you can retreat to the bench. But it also, because of Misty, has a lot more comeback potential than some other decks do. There are a lot of decks where if you fall behind, you just kind of like, it sucks to be you. But with this one, you can... Oh, opponent conceded. You can rely on the Misty high roll to have another attacker out if your first one gets blown up. So I feel like while the Misty probably removes a lot of agency away from your opponent, I do feel like if you want to play and have the most agency, then the Water Box deck is probably your best bet. Going first, terrible. No Misty to salvage it. Again, Marshy is scammed by not high rolling. You hate to see it. It shows star in the offering rates, so I just say 2 stars. I see. Misty off the top every time? Aw. Well, thanks for trying. I appreciate it. I don't think there's spread damage in this Meltan deck. That's my big wager. So I'm just gonna jam all these things out. I wonder if it was ever right to keep them in hand just because I want them to red card me. Do you guys ever do that? Do you guys ever do that? Like, yeah, so red card is an item where your opponent is forced to shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 3 cards. Do you ever not play down basics like this in the hope that your opponent will red card you? Because that was the only reason not to do it. I probably should have done it. Give me my Misty. Let's go. This Pokemon takes 20 less damage. I really want to play this guy. I can't imagine he's that good, but he seems fun. You can't say you've ever done that? Oh, is it because you haven't played? Not at the moment, maybe in the future. Alright. I'm gonna start doing that when it matters. Just like not playing it down in hopes that they'll red card me when I otherwise want to be red carded. Is it worth using this Sabrina? So if I Sabrina, then if they want to attack with with Meltan, they have to attach it and they have to X speed and retreat the Meowth. And if they do that, the Meowth will have 2 Blizzard attack. Well, they're going to come up with and heavy impact me for a bajillion damage. So does the chip matter on this? It doesn't. I need to hit that twice with a big thing. It does matter. Well, unless I Giovanni. Or unless the second attack comes from Starmie. Right? 60 and 70 is 130. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to do this. Not because I want to get damage on Meowth for Blizzard reasons, but because I want them to not hit me with heavy impact next turn. I keep on thinking stage 2 for Haunters, Kirlias, etc. when it's stage 1. Classic Pokemon. You know, I've been playing that since like what? How long ago was 1999? 25 years. I've been playing that game for 25 years, so I'm pretty used to it by now. But I remember being like, why is the second stage called stage 1? But it's a stage 1 evolution, right? It's not a stage 2 evolution. You know, the basic one isn't evolved, it's basic. All right, my opponent did the cheating thing that I expected them to do. And now I'm a little scared, unless I get a Misty. Oh. All right. I guess I just won't invest any more in the Starmie. Like, it gets to retreat for free. I can get to come up and attack twice with Articuno EX. That worked out great for me. Unless they have some kind of sneaky punishment up their sleeve. So now the chip damage on the Meowth did matter, because... I get to attack twice with that. That said... I'm not going to have a Starmie ready to go unless I top deck a Misty. So yeah, I can top deck Misty or Giovanni, and then I'm in a great spot. Best way to get basic stage 1, stage 2 terminology is to think of basics as... Oh, to think of it as counting from 0? Sure. But it's pretty funny. I'm like so used to it that it has to be pointed out to me that that's awkward. Potion. All right, that takes away my Giovanni out, as well as my. This isn't even an EX. Isn't that broken? My opponent didn't roll over and die to me. Isn't that broken? Do they have a Persian? Why would you attach an energy there? Are they expecting me to retreat? Okay, so I think I want to power up the Starmie. Does the Hypno have 90 health? Should pull up my handy dandy what cards do cheat sheet. Oh, it has 100 health, but it's gonna take damage from Blizzard. So yes, we want to hit the Starmie. Okay, so now. Except that that's really bad. I did not want to do that, did I? Uh-oh. The Hypno doesn't deal damage, right? Like, it's got, what has it got? Yeah, it's a 2 psychic. There's no way they're powering that up to attack with it. Okay, I think we're fine, after all. But my thought process, well, I keep processing Melmetal as I keep processing Melmetal as an EX. I'll acknowledge that it's not, and then I'll immediately go back to processing it as an EX. Like, I'm gonna knock it out and then take 2 points. But yeah, so the Hypno can't attack, and the Starmie has 30 health, so the Meowth isn't going to be able to kill it next turn, right? I don't think the Persian has a first attack, it's just got the 1? Or does it have 2? No, it's just got the 1. So they're never attacking with that Persian either. So Starmie should be okay. Unless it, like, gets indefinitely slept, and then I get sad. There's another Starmie. Alright, making me wish that I had powered up the other Staryu. See, I don't know about my choices this game, chat. But yeah. Good times. What do you mean unless you indefinitely slept? It's guaranteed? Oh no. Am I gonna roll tails constantly? Is that what you're saying? What if they just roll tails right now? Oh, thank goodness. All right, we win. You love to see it. You love to see it, chat. Look at this. Look at this. Timinator GP, thank you so much for the 5 months, my friend. I really appreciate it. How are you? How are you? How do you feel about me winning this game by 1 health? Get out of here, Meowth. Why don't you lose to my Hydro Splash? Neat. It is very good. I would say it's one of the better decks in the game. I think it might be close to the best, I guess. Like, Starmie is really good. Articuno is really good. I think the Moltres is probably better just because the Moltres' attack, you flip 3 coins, and for each heads you get a fire energy. So it's not reliant on you getting your first heads to get any value, right? If any one of those is heads, the attack was good. So I do think that the Moltres one might be better, but the Articuno deck has the advantage of not requiring your attacker to evolve. So I don't know, it's a bit of a trade-off. I'm against Mr. Boo, by the way. I am. It's a boo off. Could this work with Blastoise as well? Not as well. Just because the advantage of this deck in a large part is its flexibility. And when you add a stage 2, you take away a lot of that flexibility. So, I'm terrible at this game. Only a true rookie like me would get a Tails there. Hey, Spyro. But you could play Blastoise. If I was going to play Blastoise, I don't know that I would play Articuno. Probably, I don't know. I guess. Still super not sure. Alright, so that's kind of what I was worried about, is that they would retreat and set up this thing. And now I've invested all my... Oh my goodness, are we going to get rewarded from the potato chunks? Ooh, we got a heads. Let's get 2 more. Ah, wait, no. Even 1 more was fine, right? Okay. We're good, chat. We're good. We can retreat and not take poison damage, come up with this thing, and do our big Brungus Blizzard attack. How's the pack system in this game work? Do you get them for free or after games? So there's a timer ticking down that earns you packs once it gets to 0. And you can, instead of buying packs directly, you would buy hourglasses to speed up that time. So if you do nothing, if all you do is collect packs, you get 2 packs a day. But you get a lot of free stuff, especially initially, to speed up that time. And you can pay to speed up that time too. Oh, my opponent conceded? They're tired of me getting out of the poison. I can't wait for more cards, mostly because I feel like I want slightly higher consistency on evolutions. Feels really bad to have a big chunky evolution deck and you can't find them in the right order and your opponent just kind of steamrolls you with Articuno or Moltres. Pinchy. Flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Why is this card so bad? I wish more regular Pokemon had 2 attacks too. Like if this was 1 for 10 flip for paralyze and 2 for 30, this card would be really cool, but it's so one-dimensional. Can we get an Articuno? Neat. All right, Misty, you know what to do. Let's get that 3 heads. 3 heads, let's go! Misty! Get wrecked, Pinchy Pinchy. What's the Snorlax do? 4 for 70? I believe that nobody in Pokemon Pocket has ever attacked with Snorlax. That's what I believe. Getting 4 energy on a colorless Pokemon right now, that's impossible. I don't believe, like, you guys can't gaslight me. I know that nobody's ever attacked with Snorlax before, okay? I don't believe you. That's a lot of health on a non-EX basic, though. And stall for a lot of time. You did it on stream once? Alright, well. Was your opponent also a Snorlax? Both of you guys attaching a raw energy to the Snorlax one at a time? Oh no! Brutal. Is there any downside to playing my Articuno? I think no, because I want them to red card me. Or like, I won't do it because I want them to red card me. I was playing Dragonite and using Snorlax as a wall. My opponent refused to attack it because I had juiced up Dragonite on the bench, so I juiced up the Snorlax. Okay, that's funny. How do you feel about the... Snorlax Dragonite build? I kind of respect it. It's not like this, is it, with all these extra stuff? Like, would you run just Snorlax and Dragonite? That would be a build I'm interested in. But I don't have the Snorlaxes yet. Alright. See you later, Snorlax. I think it's worse than Hypno Baby Articuno. Hypno Baby Articuno? I haven't even seen that. So you use Hypno to stall, and then you like use Articuno as a Misty target? Is that the idea? What's that even do? Let me check. Has 100 health. 3 for 60, flip for paralyze? That's not bad. Like as a Misty target and as a stall card? Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. I don't think I have the Hypnos yet either. I know I don't have any Baby Articuno. Actually, I don't know that. I just haven't thought about Baby Articuno. Man, now I want to pull all that stuff. That sounds cool. How many energy is too many, chat? Better too many than too few, I say. My poor opponent, they're not going to get a chance. Well, they might get a chance to attack with a Dragonite. No, they won't. They have to send up the Dragonite and let it take damage. But there's no worlds. Okay, if they attack with a Dragonair and they hit my active Starmie and my bench Star this turn, and the next turn hits Starmie and Staryu, they could win. But I'm just going to Sabrina them and win in the meantime. So, that's my story about that. I will say I'm not convinced Baby Articuno is better than Snom, Frostmouth, and Dragonite. On the one hand, Articuno has 2 less deck slots, but costs 1 more energy. That deck is like... That's like the one deck in this whole game that is concerned with how many slots it can devote to stuff, right? Every other deck right now is putting in filler cards just to get to 20. Misty's first appearance in the IRL Pokemon trading card game was like 2000 or 2001, I forget exactly, but one of those 2 years. She was part of the gym block, and what she did is she was functionally an item. They had only begun to explore trainer subtypes by the time Misty came out, so they generally just didn't have any restrictions. You could just play them. But anyways, she would discard 2 cards from your hand, and then if one of your Misty's Pokemon would deal damage, it deals 20 more that turn. And this was at a time that a good basic Pokemon, like the best of the best, would have 70 HP, and plus power still existed. So that was basically Giovanni in this game, but not limited by a supporter. So with the bonus damage from plus powers and the bonus damage from Misty, you could deal a lot of damage very quickly on very cheap Pokemon. My sister is a big Misty fan and a big water Pokemon fan, so I saw her play Misty with a lot of different Pokemon over the years. I remember the Dugong especially she would play, but I think the meta Pokemon that got used a lot was Misty's Staryu, which was 1 water energy for 20, and then you could flip a coin, and if heads, you would put Staryu and all cards attached to it back into your hand. The reason that was relevant is plus power would attach itself to a Pokemon, and then that Pokemon would deal 10 extra damage that turn. So if you got the heads on Staryu, it would retreat to your hand with all of its plus powers and its energy to be used again the following turn. So it allowed you to save a lot of free damage. So basically, Misty has always been a bit of a high roll deck in the competitive Pokemon trading card game. So even though Misty in Pocket doesn't really do exactly what the original Misty did, I think it does capture a bit of the spirit of it.